If you were born on the 7th, the 16th, the 25th, or if you have a Lifepath 7, you may already know this about yourself, but everyone else as well in your life understands that you're a very observant individual. You're somebody that thinks before you do anything. Before you do anything, you always will observe your environment and then you engage. And so sevens always approach something with an open mind. And so these people tend to not really be religious because they're always going to ask questions. Sevens don't do anything that doesn't make sense to them. And this is why when you ask a seven to do something and they don't understand why you're asking them to do it, they're not going to do it unless you explain why. Or if you tell them like your motive. Because if you tell a seven to do something but you don't tell them your motive, before they do anything, they're going to try to figure out why you're telling them to do it, why you want it done. And they're going to think about if it's worthy enough of their time to do it. And so sevens tend to get stuck in analysis paralysis in the sense that a lot of them can get stuck observing and just never engage. And so they can just end up living like a watcher. Sevens have a very doctor-like scientific type personality. You know when a doctor walks into the room with you and before they prescribe you anything or do anything, they just ask you a bunch of questions. And then once they have enough facts, once they collected enough information, and once they collect enough data, then they move forward with their information. This is exactly how a seven's mind works. And this can either be kryptonite, or this can be your greatest strength. The only way that your ability to collect information can make your life easier and more beneficial for you is if you're able to have faith in what you know. And so faith is a huge aspect when you're dealing with a number 7. I'm not saying that you guys need to have blind faith, but what I'm saying is you guys need to believe in the information that you've picked up on in your environment and then act with that instead of just feeling like you never have enough information before you can make a proper conclusion. Understand as a 7 that you're never going to have all the data, you're never going to have all the facts. There's always going to be an element of the unknown that you're going to have to use your intuition to dive through. And so before you make a decision, don't feel like you need to collect everything that there is to know possible. Just collect enough information for you to connect the dots with your basic intuition and then act upon that. As a 7, understand that once you have enough pieces of the puzzle, your mind will automatically put things together. And you're usually right almost every single time. But so many 7s won't trust this. They won't trust in their ability to decipher the information that they're able to put together. And so they'll just keep collecting more information until they have enough confidence to act upon it. Understand that you're never going to get that confidence. As soon as you put things together, act upon the information and apply this with everything when it comes to meeting new people, when it comes to taking risks, when it comes to making decisions in your life. As a 7, understand that you're always going to want to collect information first. So I'll never be able to stop you from doing that. You're always going to use your skepticism and your doubt first, and that's good. But once you use your skepticism and your doubt and your intense questioning to gather enough information, act upon it. Stop getting stuck. You'll never be satisfied by the amount of information that you know as a 7. You're always going to want more. And so if you wait till you have all the facts before you start, you're not going to get anything done in life. You got to have the courage to step into the unknown. To book a reading or to access my numerology book, go to my website, isaiah47.net, and you can also find that in the link in my profile bio. And have a great rest of your day.